Hi, my name is Aoife Harvey from womenshealthdublin.ie. In this video, we're going to learn how to strengthen your pelvic floor muscles. So, if we look at the pelvis, our pelvic floor muscles attach from our tailbone or coccyx right up to the pubic bone at the front. So they support our rectum at the back, our back passage, our vagina in the middle, and the urethra in the front, which is where the wee comes out. So when there's damage or weakness to the pelvic floor, sometimes there's a lack of support for these parts of the body, and you can suffer with leakage of either fecal matter or urine when you're exercising or jumping or coughing. So strengthening these pelvic floor muscles can really help with these symptoms. Lots of women out there have heard their pelvic floor, and a lot of them do pelvic floor exercises, but the technique is sometimes a bit questionable. Often when people come into my office, the first thing I do is check what their pelvic floor squeeze is like. So because it's a muscle we don't see, it's all about imagining, and sometimes women are unsure, if they're doing anything or how accurate they are, or how strong it feels. So a one-off physio visit with a woman's health physio was really help for any woman out there, even pregnant, non-pregnant, anyone that suffers with their pelvic floor at all. Make sure you see a woman's health physiotherapist. So when we're talking about the contraction, what we want to do is a back to front contraction. So from the back passage right up to the pubic bone. So imagining my elbows, my pelvic floor, we want to go from completely relaxed position all the way into our contraction at the pubic bone, and then we fully relax again. So it's very common that people don't fully lift to the top, they stop short of coming to the top, or they don't relax fully between contractions. And if you don't relax fully between contractions, the muscle gets very tired, so that in its own right can cause symptoms. So when we're doing our contraction, sometimes it's good to imagine your pelvic floor is like an escalator, and you're coming from the back passage in an upward diagonal direction right up to the pubic bone. Or my favourite cue is imagine you're sucking spaghetti up the vagina, so a real sucking action right up to the top. And then again, to fully relax and give yourself time to relax between each contraction. And then there's another couple of things to remember in terms of cheating. So we don't want to hold our breath. So counting out loud for your contraction is a really good way to make sure you're not breath holding. And then the other thing is cheating with your leg muscles. So sometimes you can end up squeezing your glutes or squeezing your inner thigh muscles. When you're bursting to go to the toilet, you cross your legs. So activate those inner thigh muscles can kind of help. So we want a real pure pelvic floor contraction and not feel like we're cheating through the legs. In terms of the position of your pelvic floor exercise, you could do it in sitting, and this can be good to do at the toilet. And sometimes it's the only bit of peace or spare time you get in the day. Or you can do it lying on your back. So we're going to demonstrate the lying on the back. So I would lie flat on your back. Let your two knees kind of fall out to the side to make sure you're not squeezing the inner thighs. You can support them with cushions if you want, or lean against the wall. So now we're going to do our pelvic floor squeeze, and we're going to contract from the back passage right up to the pubic bone. Count out loud, 1, 2, 3, and then fully relax again. Imagine as you relax that the back passage is opening and giving yourself enough time to let that relaxation happen. So again, we're squeezing from the back, sucking up our spaghetti. Count 1, 2, 3, and then giving time again to fully relax all the way down. Let's try that again, one more time. Again, making sure we can't feel any squeezing in the thigh muscles or the glutes, and squeeze from the back, lifting right up to that pubic bone, counting 1, 2, 3, and then fully relax down. So for the endurance part of the exercise, we're going to start with 3-second hold and repeat 10 times. And then we're going to try and build that up over about 2 or 3 weeks up to 10 seconds. So maybe every second day you add another second, going from 4, 5, 6, until you get to 10 by 10 seconds. And that's the endurance element of trying to get these muscles to work for long periods of time. Sometimes we need our pelvic floor to work quickly, okay? And for a short period of time, like when we sneeze, we cough, or we're lifting something heavy. So at the end of your endurance contractions, when you're finished your 10 reps, try and do 5 or 10 fast ones. And again, making sure you fully relax between each one. So squeeze, relax, squeeze, relax, squeeze, relax. Sometimes again, people find this much harder. So as you get better control of the pelvic floor and can get more of awareness of feeling, you might get better at that too. In terms of how frequently you should do these, the research would recommend 3 times a day. If you can at least do them once every single day, you're trying to train your brain, get that perception of the nerves from your pelvic floor up to your brain and really feel what you're supposed to be doing. Because again, so many women out there are just squeezing and hope that they're doing something right and they haven't a clue. And sometimes it's not very effective. So I hope that's been really helpful today. I'm Aoife Harvey from womenshealthdublin.ie.